he also claims that, Diddy, he was using TD Jakes to fix his image. You believe that?
Well, we saw that to be true anyway. That's what he was trying to do all that time.
Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side.
Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight.
Katt Williams just did what most of Hollywood wouldn't dare do. He openly talked about 7 people who, according to him, walked away untouched while Diddy took all the heat, and suddenly those old warnings from 50 Cent don't sound so wild anymore.
Big deviance is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
This isn't proof. It's Katt putting his claims on the table and daring people to look closer. For decades, Katt says he watched the industry move like a chessboard. He paid attention to who rolled together, who protected who, and who somehow always landed safe when situations went sideways. That's where these 7 names come in. Not as background players, but as powerful figures he claims could bend stories, shift blame, and exit quietly while chaos followed others.
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it.
First on Katt's list is Clive Davis. Katt alleges Clive helped launch Diddy's career and heavily influenced the way he moved in the industry.
Davis put Sean Combs in position. That's what Clive Davis does. The amount of Janis Joplin suffered when she wanted to leave Clive Davis management. The amount of Whitney Houston suffered when she was ready to write her book. And then all of the she suffered.
My focus right now is Sean Combs because he's a trafficker. Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor, Clive Davis.
Rumor has it, allegedly, Diddy got on his knees for Clive Davis in 1994.
He got a boss too, and his boss name is Clive Davis. Clive run him. Diddy don't run his.
Others have echoed similar claims, saying Diddy's behavior looks learned, not random, though these remain accusations and not proven facts.
And that's not my doing. That's not Cassie doing. That's his doing and his learned behavior from the people that mentored him. You gotta realize, man, he learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clive Davis. You understand? When those people are telling you that they were heavy into they was heavy into beating women and doing things at that age, at that crazy stage, that's gonna make him think that he could get away with the same thing that they was getting away with back then. You understand? The things that he was saying, the touchy-feely between 2 men and all that stuff like that, man. All that, he learned that from them dudes. When I told y'all the story, when me and my man went up to Russell Simmons and he had a house and he had a man in bikini drawers in his bedroom, in his bed. You understand? Bruh, this is that he learned. I'm assuming he learned it from them. Let me put that. And I'm not gonna say alleged because I saw that for my own self. My man was with me, Slick was with me, and we saw that for our own self.
Next comes a billionaire figure Katt claims helped bankroll Diddy's lifestyle while pulling strings from the shadows. Jay-Z's name enters the conversation here, with Katt pointing out his frequent presence at Diddy's events and past legal mentions. No convictions came from those situations, but Katt claims industry insiders were seen on controversial tapes, and he believes Jay-Z was one of them, a claim that remains unproven and heavily disputed.
This was Diddy and Jay-Z. They was close enough that they wasn't playing basketball, they wasn't playing baseball, they wasn't playing football, and they wasn't playing hockey or soccer for Diddy to come on stage, pat him on his ass, and then make the statement to people in the world that can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z. Now, I don't know what kind of statement, and I can't say, I wish I could say half a homo, but I know I can't say it. But I don't know what kind of half a homo that is. And you trying to say that you're not close to somebody. You coming on stage, patting them on their ass, and then you making a broad statement to the public, can't nobody call me Sean but Sean Carter. And I heard Jay-Z said the same thing about them. But they were so close that they had matching white girls together. Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? He'd be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? So, I guess that's a certain type of closeness.
I ain't know anything about that, man. I ain't know about, Jay touching his, ass. I gotta go see the video. I ain't hear about that.
Come on, man. Everybody's seen that. 50 even pointed it out. Excuse me. When they was in ATL on stage. Remember when 50 bum rushed the stage with them?
Yeah, I think I recall that.
When Puff came on stage, first thing he did was pat Jay-Z on that. But I forgot. That's your favorite rapper.
Hey, him and Pac is 1A, 1B. But what's your issue with Jay, man? I didn't know you had an issue with him.
I'm never a fan of somebody that I was gonna knock out.
Katt Williams claims Jay-Z is worse than Diddy because, in his words, Jay is smarter and moves in silence. According to Katt, Diddy's biggest mistake was being loud and flashy, while Jay allegedly stayed hidden, letting others take the spotlight and the blame. These are claims, not proven facts, but Katt is making it clear how he sees the power game playing out. Katt's argument is that Jay allegedly did more behind the scenes, but never put his name on anything risky. He says Jay stayed protected by lawyers, brands, and whispers, while Diddy became the face of the chaos when pressure started closing in. Jay, according to this narrative, never had to explain himself because on paper, he simply wasn't there.
Motherfuckers be gay in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a mother be at the mansion party. You be looking in all the goddamn rooms, and you around and look in the wrong room and Nick, come here. Come here. Is that two kissing?
There's also long-standing industry talk that Jay-Z actively tried to block 50 Cent's rise. Katt and others claim that whenever 50 planned an album drop, Jay would release music at the same time to dominate attention. Allegedly, Jay even coordinated multiple artists to flood the market and drown out 50's momentum, a move many insiders noticed but never officially challenged. Diddy and Jay built brands around uplifting black artists, but critics claim they mainly helped each other.
He hurried up and dropped Beyonce. There's mad rumors. Him and Beyonce dropped the album, so.
Yeah, it was f***ed up what they did to Nas.
According to industry chatter, this dynamic wasn't a secret at all. When someone like 50 moved independently and refused to fall in line, he became a problem, not because of talent, but because he couldn't be controlled. And Katt doesn't stop with Jay. He claims others benefited too.
Jay-Z's on a whole nother level. Like, I mean, you know,
true.
He's like it, but you know what I like about 50? 50's on a whole nother level, but he's still approachable. You still get to meet the people and Jay gotta remember the people that made him. You know, I'm not saying I don't got respect. I respect Jay-Z, 50, used to respect, Diddy, but all that crazy. But, I always respected him because I looked at, for New York, those were like the guys. You know what I'm saying? The guys with the most money and the most influence. So with Jay is like, when the last time you haven't seen Jay, so I think people are just gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I mean, Jay, you gotta remember, he didn't want 50 at the Super Bowl. That was crazy. Come on.
Wait, Jay didn't want 50 at the Super
You
Bowl?
know that? Yeah, he didn't
Well,
want.
I remember Eminem pushed for it.
That was some hated. Yeah,
I remember
pushed for it,
Eminem
yeah.
was like, I'm not gonna do it unless 50 does it. I heard that.
Yeah, and
But I didn't know that Jay was trying to stop it.
I don't think Jay. I don't know. 50 never told me that, but I don't think Jay wanted him there. I don't know.
Because of what, some of the.
I mean,
back
you
and
know,
forth back in the
it's
day?
competition. You got to think. 50 always been competition for Jay. Remember, I'm about $1. What the 50 Cent?
That was a long time ago.
That was what, 9? What was
Yeah,
that?
but
9?
but after that, they did a song together. Remember
Yeah,
the whole,
of course,
the
but
whole
50
G
was
sneaker
50 was
thing?
always competition for. Then remember Jay said, "Yo, 50's coming." He told Siegel and them, and Memphis Bleak and all them.
Yeah.
And come on, 50's like he's on a whole nother level. You got to remember he came after. He came after Jay and Rockefeller. G Unit came, and people might on G Unit, but we with Eminem, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, nobody has outsold us, bro. Yeah. Nobody has had the effect that we had.
Including Beyonce. Rumors have circulated for years that Beyonce and Jay-Z's marriage was a strategic business move, not just romance. According to 50 Cent's public comments, Jay saw Beyonce's career exploding and aligned with her for power and influence. Claims that remain unproven and heavily debated. Today, Jay-Z's reported net worth sits around $2.5 billion.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those fucking trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
You're gonna let him say that? Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
He has like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
Hold on. You're not wrong.
He was one. After that, he got them shits. He started drinking. His pictures were like, things the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
And Katt's message is simple. The quiet ones often walk away untouched. Katt Williams suggests that Beyonce may not move the same way Jay-Z does. But that doesn't mean she's powerless. According to critics, Beyonce's brand is so strong that it deflects controversy before it even sticks. The claim is that Jay allegedly shields himself behind her image, using her reputation to soften rumors and redirect attention.
Worried that if you throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but like you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got that shit in my past.
Everybody got a little bit.
Look,
like, not that it's real
no,
enough.
I took a pill, but it was for me to perform better. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't give her a drink so she forget what the happened. What the going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drink. I gave me the perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that.
Did it work?
What the yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, you said it's the opposite of normal that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. I don't know why it's so hard for people
so
just
for
to
people to
acknowledge
feel
weird
like
shit is
you
weird.
would have something or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too.
A strategy people talk about but can't prove. Then there's Oprah, a name that carries serious cultural weight in Hollywood. Over the years, critics have pointed out that Oprah has been publicly connected to several powerful figures who later faced major allegations, including Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, and Diddy. Supporters say those were professional or social overlaps, while critics argue the pattern raises uncomfortable questions, even though no wrongdoing has been proven against Oprah herself. Some people ask if it's coincidence that Oprah's name keeps appearing near controversial figures, yet she's never implicated. According to critics, she has a history of distancing herself once scandals surface, denying close ties and staying silent publicly.
Kind of spoken yet publicly about what's going on.
I think that this is, I'm always trying to look for the rainbow in the cloud, whatever is the silver lining. And this is what I do know for sure. When something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment. And what I do believe is actually happening is that, first of all, it's triggering a lot of unreleased pain, repressed anger, guilt, and suffering that a lot of women have had. I happened to be on set with several actresses the other day, and we were filming some things, and they hadn't slept over a period of 2 or 3 days, and I was like, "What is that?" I said, "Oh, you guys are suffering from PTSD."
And when you start talking about it out loud too,
everybody has a story. Everybody has a story, and so I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment. I think this is a moment where no matter what business you work in, there have been women who not only had the disease to please, that's a part of it, but who felt that in order to keep my job, in order to keep my position, in order to keep moving forward, I've got to smile, I've got to look the other way, I got to pretend he didn't say that, I got to pretend he didn't touch me. I think those days are about to be over.
Are over. And if it happens to you back in the day, you would say, sometimes you're not even aware what he just said wasn't really inappropriate.
I know you've had a couple moments.
Where you just think, what did he just say?
Yes, I remember Gail had a moment when she came and said to me, when somebody said that it was so inappropriate, I was like, oh my God, you can sue over that. But
no, and all I said was, what did you say? And then they repeated it.
Yes.
It's terrible. I just sat there typing with my 20-something-year-old.
You pretend you didn't hear it.
Yes.
You pretend it's okay. You pretend you didn't.
No, it isn't. You're right, Jeff. It absolutely, you're absolutely right.
But a lot of women have been silenced, and I know.
But I think it's going to change.
Being a victim of child, that when you feel like you cannot be heard, and then other people start speaking out, it makes you feel like, oh, now I can speak out too.
Yeah.
So,
and you've been speaking about it for
years.
Oprah has not been found guilty of any crimes, but skeptics say her silence often speaks loudly in the industry. Oprah's name also came up in relation to past reports involving her South African girls' school in 2007 and 2009. At the time, allegations surfaced about misconduct by staff members. Not Oprah personally. Investigations were conducted, actions were taken, and Oprah publicly addressed the situation.
Trial of a former dormitory matron charged with abusing 6 students at Oprah Winfrey School for Girls in South Africa is resuming. Prosecutors say former dorm matron Tina Virginia Makopo tried to kiss and fondle the girls. She's also accused of kicking and hitting some of them. Makopo pleaded innocent to 14 charges of indecent assault, and criminal injury in South Africa. Meanwhile, in Philadelphia, the ex-headmistress of the $40 million school is suing Winfrey for defamation. The suit claims someone would conclude from Winfrey's comments that the school employee knew of the alleged abuse and was actively involved in covering it up.
I was, needless to say, devastated and really shaken to my core.
Winfrey said she was disappointed in the former headmistress. The TV talk show host also made comments about students who felt there was an atmosphere of repression at the school.
And I spoke to all the girls personally, and I encouraged all of them, any of them who had actually been harmed, to please come forward.
Though critics still bring it up as part of larger conversations about accountability. Unlike Jay or Beyonce, critics say Oprah's power isn't about fame, it's about legitimacy. Her approval can boost reputations, and her silence can quietly create distance. And according to these same voices, Oprah wasn't the only respected figure linked to helping clean up Diddy's public image. Dallas Bishop TD Jakes has also been mentioned by critics in similar conversations, with claims that influential figures helped shape public narratives.
Katt Williams calls out Bishop TD Jakes and watches TD Jakes and Gino Jennings' response.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Good, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good because I know the truth.
TD Jakes, do not speak against
These remain allegations, not proven facts, but they continue to circulate in industry discussions. The alleged connection between TD Jakes and Diddy gets messier the deeper critics dig into it. According to online commentators, the overlap raises eyebrows, especially given how carefully Jakes usually protects his public image. These are allegations and opinions, not proven facts. But the questions keep coming. Out of all the names being discussed, critics say TD. Jakes may be the only one who actually felt real pressure once Diddy's situation exploded. His name started circulating in conversations he usually stays far away from, and that alone caught people's attention.
World-renowned Dallas pastor T.D. Jakes is named in a federal lawsuit against musician Sean Diddy Combs.
It's filed by a producer that worked with Combs. It discusses how the singer planned to leverage his relationship with the bishop to soften the impact on his public image of Casey Ventura's lawsuit. Ventura is a former girlfriend of Combs who filed her own lawsuit in November alleging violence and sex trafficking.
Federal investigation have come out of these private lawsuits.
Oh, absolutely. If it involves trafficking or drugs or weapons or other illegal behavior.
Lori Levinson is a former federal prosecutor.
They've decided this is worth a lot of resources across the country. So once they've done these searches, they have evidence to follow up on. And if they've got it, they'll move on it.
Even though Combs has not been publicly named as a target of the investigation, he says he's now prepared to fight to clear his name.
That's why people get on my nerves talking about who you should be seen with. I do homeless shelters. I walk in prison ministries. I deal with murder. I deal with Listen.
Gene Deal has publicly said it's hard to understand why someone like TD Jakes would attend Diddy's parties at all. According to Gene, even during his own time around Diddy, everyone knew what was going on at those events. That's why critics say Jakes being a regular presence doesn't add up in their eyes.
Was a shock to many in the religious community. Bishop TD Jakes has been a spiritual advisor to presidents and a religious voice to thousands. Now he says it's time to pass the baton to a new generation.
This is a beautiful moment for me.
From the pulpit Sunday, Bishop T.D. Jakes announced that he was stepping down from leadership at the Potter's House, the Dallas megachurch he founded in 1996 and has led ever since.
I cannot afford, especially after November, to risk something happening to me and you be sheep without a shepherd.
This is video from the service Jakes is referencing in November. It wasn't until months after his medical incident that he confirmed to the public he had a heart attack. Now, 5 months later, he told his congregation he had been preparing his daughter, Pastor Sarah Jakes Roberts, and his son-in-law, Pastor Torrey Roberts, to take the lead.
Though no wrongdoing by Jakes has been proven, some critics also claim Oprah and TD. Jakes played different but coordinated roles in helping soften Diddy's public image after lawsuits surfaced. Oprah's media influence, they argue, allowed narratives to shift quietly without direct statements. Jakes, on the other hand, allegedly brought moral credibility through his religious standing, giving the appearance of accountability.
Real talk, man. And he also claims that, Diddy, he was using TD Jakes to fix his image. You believe that?
Well, we saw that to be true anyway. That's what he was trying to do all that time. That's why TD Jakes was there, to try to fix his image. Ain't no money like church money. He was doing all the things to try to get his image straightened up.
I mean, it makes sense. And he also said in this lawsuit that when he was around Diddy, he seen Diddy give out guns, a lot of guns. And he said that the environment around Diddy was violent. So I want to get right into it, man. How you feel about these rumors surrounding, Diddy and TD Jakes?
Man, what I think about it is this, when I grew up in the church, the sinners was not supposed to have the same atmosphere with the saints. You have to be able to separate the two. So I'm looking at him as a saint going to a party that ain't nothing but sin. Drinking, maybe fornication, man on man, woman on woman, he on she. But maybe he there to lay some hands on somebody. Maybe he there to save some souls. I know he got a contract with Revolt, so I'm just like, it's just real strange that he would be found at any kind of Diddy party or any kind of place with Diddy unless it's in a business atmosphere. So now what he's doing is he's making, man, he's making the Christians look real bad right about now.
Diddy also allegedly had support from media figures who publicly praised or normalized his lifestyle. One name that keeps popping up in online discussions is Ellen.
I think that he's going to the Diddy parties, you know. Bruh. If he's going, well, we know he's going to the Diddy parties, and I know that it's, I know what usually happens at the Diddy party, or what we told us happened at the Diddy parties. Maybe he needs to see it for himself, man. Maybe he needs to go there and really be involved in some things that could help save some individuals while they going to those parties.
She openly mentioned attending Diddy's parties and after parties on TV, and critics claim Diddy trusted her enough to even host gatherings at her home. Now that Diddy is behind bars, critics say Ellen's low-profile exit from the US didn't go unnoticed. With talk of her possible return, skeptics say the public isn't buying the Innocence Act anymore.
And her wife, Portia de Rossi, have reportedly fled the US, bound for the UK, after Donald Trump's landslide victory. Numerous publications are reporting the couple have left the United States permanently. There are also reports the couple have put their Montecito mansion on the market. Entertainment publication The Wrap has the exclusive story and said, Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have moved to rural England, put their Montecito estate on the market, and plan to never return to the United States, telling friends the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation. Ellen DeGeneres has been a vocal Trump critic, so the move doesn't come as a surprise to most.
It was really bad. If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
One here on the West Coast, because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party.
Uh-huh.
It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about that.
Even though no charges or official accusations have been made against her, no surprise here, Katt says he's known about this for years. Suddenly, everything 50 Cent has been saying doesn't sound like jokes or trolling anymore. It sounds like a warning. The industry doesn't fall apart because of one reckless person. It survives by sacrificing the ones who draw too much attention. The real danger isn't the loud ones who mess up, it's the quiet ones who know exactly how to vanish the moment the spotlight turns on.